Hi, my name is Todd Huuskes and this is my individual component for the group assignment for the subject Design Team Management. I've chosen to present Part A, or Episode 1, which covers component design and design management principles for this discipline. The component I have chosen is window replacement on a residential renovation project, as I'm currently involved in this project as an estimator, reviewer for the builder who's been requested to tender for the project by the client. The design discipline I'm focusing on is the windows, as I feel it's closely related to this project and assignment, and the draftsperson who will be drawing up the plans for the house once the windows have been chosen. The project I will be focusing on is a residential renovation and comprises alterations and additions to 63 Yellowgong Street, West Wollongong. The project as a whole has three major components, which in order of the client's importance are replacement of all the existing timber windows due to heating and cooling costs and efficiency, as well as the installation of additional windows and doors in two of the rooms for increased amenity. And this is the main focus of this presentation. Item 2 is the replacement of the existing carport with a timber deck to the upper level. There will be a sliding glass door out onto the deck. And the final component of the renovation is replacement of the existing terracotta roof, simply due to age. The house in question was built in 1963 and remains largely unchanged, apart from the front porch and rear balcony being covered and enclosed in about 1967. It sits on a sloping 700 square metre block. It's built of concrete block downstairs and timber and cypress pine cladding on the upper level. The draftsperson chosen by the client and recommended by the proposed builder for this project is Baroja Design. They're located in the same suburb. They're a small emerging firm started in 2016 with young employees, including structural engineers and draftspersons. They were chosen or recommended by the builder, as he's worked with them before, because they were able to design all aspects of this project and they have local knowledge. The client also likes the renovation they have carried out on their offices just around the corner from this project. They've been engaged at the initial design stage to provide concept designs, estimates, and to see if the proposed work is able to be carried out within the client's budget. They also have experience dealing with the local council, as a DA will need to be submitted for this project. Information required for the generation of the main new design elements, being the replacement of the windows, starts with the presentation of the original design drawings or plans for this house. They were available despite the age of the house and supplied by the client. They include floor plans and elevations. However, they do not include the extensions carried out after the house was built and do not include the correct dimensions for the existing windows. For this reason, the draftsperson has been engaged to produce new accurate drawings of the house to determine if standard off-the-shelf windows are available to fit the existing openings and the proposed new ones, or if bespoke items will have to be crafted for this house. The client has specified that they would like all the new windows and doors to be cedar sliding rather than matching the existing awning type. The existing fixed pane and awning windows in the middle of the sunroom are to be replaced with a sliding door to the proposed future deck off this room. This will involve the removal of possible asbestos sheeting, which will need to be confirmed, and if it is identified, removed according to the Safe Work Australia Code of Practice and disposed of accordingly. Any other asbestos or hazardous materials which could be disturbed by the removal of any other window or throughout the building works need to be identified as early as possible. And due to this and the age of the house, the draftsperson has considered engaging a hazardous material survey from a company called ClearSafe, which is local. We know they're reputable and they're close to the proposed development as well. The draftsperson has also identified issues with the possible removal of structural elements and disturbance of load-bearing walls, such as the beam above the sunroom window when we install the new door, as the window is to be removed and it has a supporting beam through the middle. A new window is also to be installed in the downstairs storeroom by removing a section of the existing concrete block wall. Looking outside this wall, a gas service runs along it, and the client has tools stored on the inside. They're not too concerned if we move those out of the way. The correct size and location of the window is still to be established with the client to minimise rework of the final construction drawings. The draftsperson is also to ensure that the removal of the sunroom window unit and the concrete blocks downstairs will not compromise the structural integrity of the entire house above. They can do this by consulting the National Construction Code or the structural engineer, their colleague at Baroja Design. Only basic CAD software is going to be needed for this design, as extensive clash detection does not need to be undertaken. The plans should only take around 2 weeks to prepare. However, they've been delayed due to COVID-19 because access to the house for taking required measurements has been cut off for the moment. Project scheduling should also be undertaken at this stage for all 3 stages of the renovation through thorough consultation with the builder, window supply company or companies. At the moment we've just chosen Stegbar. We've got to consider disposal or resale of the old windows, as well as programming in the asbestos removal and disposal and the high cost of that disposal. Important documentation to be considered for this project includes things such as product brochures to ensure the client knows what products they will be receiving. They're useful in helping the client determine final finishes and specifications. The draftsperson also needs to be fully aware of the requirements of the local council, which they are, particularly sections 4.3 and 4.16 of the local DCP regarding setbacks and views, as the deck will overlook the neighbouring property to the north. This can help guide the client towards a design that is buildable but actually compliant. Other important council documents include pre-lodgement checklists for the development application, as well as forms and attachments which must also be submitted with the application. These documents are readily available on the council's website, and a duty planner is available at the front desk throughout business hours 5 days a week. Working documents, which should also be developed by the draftsperson apart from plans and elevations, can include things such as the door and window schedules, time schedules, Gantt charts, things like that. Also to be developed in conjunction with the builder. Ideally, the first draft of the plans for this house should be complete by now. However, a rough markup of the proposed windows on the original house plans has allowed the ball to start rolling in planning, pricing, and preparing to order the new windows. And then hopefully within the next couple of weeks, this design will be finalised and construction will be able to begin. Thank you.